so keep your eyes and ears open. What else you got in mind?
I'll be going now.
Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
So that's essentially Cerberus. Dark and a bit crunchy. Yeah, see, you literally could eat many things that most people would like completely tear up and like have serious reactions to the taste of, because it doesn't taste like anything to you. So I'm not surprised, honestly, Trev. Your taste buds are so terrible. Hello, Gus. That's what the name tag says. The air is eerily cold as if frozen in place, too scared to move an inch. Hi.
What do you want?
Sorry to bother you. I came here to meet new people.
As if I didn't have enough on my plate. Now I have to deal with a baby lemonhead.
Hey now, Gus, play nice.
Well, seems I'm stuck with you now. You want to ask questions or something?
What do you do here?
I'm the janitor. I clean up the damn mess you make.
What do you mean?
Liquor, spirits, booze, firewater, rock gut. You're daft or something. Ever looked in the mirror or thought about the clientele of this place? Where do you think the drink goes? None of you have a stomach. Anything you consume falls through the rib cage straight to the floor.
Isn't this why you get paid?
Yeah, and you oblivious slobs couldn't survive a day without us janitors. Or could be at least a little more considerate.
I appreciate you.
Gee, thanks. Something else you wanted?
What can you tell me about the barkeep?
Sorry, they're hella cool.
Why, thank you. You're nothing but a sweetheart, ain't ya?
Ah, shucks. You're the only one who truly treats Gus with respect.
Who were you before?
What's that supposed to mean?
I was just wondering about your past.
Because you thought I'm the ghost of some dead human or beast or what?
I mean, you are kind of human-like.
Maybe folks should get over this common misconception. No, ghosts aren't mere residue, a relic of humans, animals, or whatever other entities. We're just ghosts. We're beings unto ourselves. I am the ghost of a ghost.
How does that work?
How do you think? I ghosted around a long while, doing my ghost business, and then one day, I died. I know what you're thinking now, and yeah, there is a ghost apartment. Northeasterly direction down on floor 133. Not too busy over at Geisthall, though. Ghosts don't die that often. Comes with the territory. Something else you wanted?
How do you clean things, anyway?
Simple. I float around and I possess stuff and make the stuff float into the trash bin. Like dust, for example. One dust particle at a time. Or the drinks. One droplet at a time.
Well, that's weird, but also very cool.
It's fine, I guess. Gives me something to do. As if the highest management ever gave any thought to us lowly drones. We're all nameless custodians and spawns to them. Literally.
It could be that they're kind of busy.
Oh, sure, the perennial office needs constant supervision. Not like they actually do anything. Something else you wanted?
Bye. Nice talking to you, Gus.
Yeah, I gotta get back to work anyway.
Sorry about the mess. Well, we have talked to everybody. We can no longer talk to Gus. We could talk to Siri again, but she'll just want us to buy a drink. So, we're done here, really. Let's see if we can't afford something from the Emporium.
Good patron, me ship of goods is at your service.
Ooh, we don't have the tentacles today, but we do have the calavera, Only a noble craftsman can craft an alphanique of this caliber. Exquisite, tasty. No one can deny I'd have the sweetest possible visage if I wore this. Yeah. Let's do it.
Dear me, 'tis a tragic tale. Ye ever hear of the Dia de Mortos? A wild night, certainly. There we was, celebrating the passing of mi amigo. Several days later, woke up buried under a mountain of empty bottles. This mess stuck to me face. Never knew where it came from. But I will happily let the memory of me fellow buccaneer and me headache be carried by another.
All right. So we have 600 left in our bank and more heads to check out. So, is it this way? We've known these ones. Ah, here we go. We got Smiley, Noche de Muertos, Sandy Claus, Dia de Muertos, Bruja, Sugar Skull, and then we get back into the pumpkins. I'm gonna stick to my Poltergeist. I like it. I like it a lot. But that's where we're at. Time to end the day. Time to go to work. It is the last day of our ensuring that we will work out. Crow news. Department mourns as a young officer is killed in a shootout between police and criminals. Culture Mag. Fantasy debut wins prize for worst prose of the century. Latest issue asks, where have all the rock musicians gone? Not a single one in years. Crow news. Local thug stabbed in a gang-related incident. Crime Watch. Slums finally at rest after gang conflict ends through assassination of crime boss and close associates. Pro News. Most of asteroid blown off course, a small piece still impacts the ocean. The Daily Moon. I don't want to fall asleep. Last words heard from hero astronaut who blew up asteroid. Nation mourns. Crow News. Telemarketing company bankrupt after death of key marketer. The Daily Moon. Another family in poverty after joining a multi-level marketing scheme. That is our effect on the world. This is what the world state shows at the moment. It looks like... It looks like nature and peace are down, but wealth and population are up. Also, our drink gave us pluses in everything. However whatever that means. So that's where we're at the moment. Here's our fidget spinner. Okay. What is for today? Morning Grim. Okay, see if you can clean up the mess from yesterday. That might give you just the boost you need. Do not forget, you may leave troubles behind, but new ones always lie ahead. Quota for the day. 2 humans out of 5 have to die. Spare humans who seem helpful against the troubles. Keep vigilant, fate. So, we have a 2 human quota. Just gonna... Let's move this up to the corner. Move that over there. Move this maybe over here. Yeah. 2 humans have to die. So, who do we have today? We have... maybe I can move this a little up here. Elia Fokina, 27, a photojournalist. Elia used to be a war correspondent. Nowadays, most of their time is spent searching for feel-good stories. They recently got hired at the Daily Clarion, where the editor-in-chief asked them with identifying a peculiar vigilante of sorts who keeps running around the city in a manatee-themed costume. So that is Alaya. Let's see what her or their effect is, if we know it. We know nothing. It's question marks. We know nothing. Okay, so that's the first person. Next, we have Amy Moran Podge, 35, a poacher. Amy is a gifted hunter who has recently found a way to make a decent living with this skill. They hunt the elusive mountain cats for their fangs, which are thought to cure a multitude of health problems. Alright, what is Amy's effect on the world if we know it? Question marks. We don't know. We do not, in fact, know. Next up, we have Charlie Gotch, 56, a fraud CEO. Charlie has been helping their brother Albert David hide corporate money and avoid paying taxes for years, perhaps even decades. They have also been accused of insider trading and other fraudulent activities. They currently live in a mansion just outside of town. 2 people must die, but we must spare people who seem helpful. Let's see if we know what his effect on the world will be. If he dies, nature and peace will go up. If he lives, nature and peace will go down, but wealth will go up. Oh dear. Okay. Levi Schaefer, 35, a defense contractor. Levi sells weapons to anyone in need of them. Their biggest customer, of course, is the military. They have sent lobbyists into governments to make sure there's always a war going on somewhere. However, their grandparents' last wish was for Levi to protect the forests of their homeland, for which Levi has been constantly funneling money. Okay. What do we know about Levi? His effect is question marks across the board. Okay, we don't know enough about Levi to know anything at all. Europa Steele, 37, a recruiter. Europa is a top gun at many multi-level marketing companies that sell anything from super juices and vitamins to toilet scrubs. Despite starting their every recruitment pitch with "it's not a pyramid scheme, but..." they keep bringing in dozens of naive people every week. Can we just wipe most of them out? No, we can only kill 2. 2 humans have to die. What do we know about Europa? Do we know anything? No. Question marks. So many question marks. And then last but not least is Pilar Izzy Gomez, 34, an activist. Pilar believes that anyone not carrying a gun everywhere is practically naked and openly begging to get assaulted. Any politician daring to implement a stricter gun policy starts getting death threats from Pilar, which has greatly reduced the number of regulations. Oh boy. Who seems helpful against the troubles? If we kill her, population and peace goes up. If we let her live, peace goes down. Peace is already having trouble. So, that's where we're at. This is what we have. Spare any humans who seem helpful against the troubles. Well, let's start the voting. Pilar Izzy Gomez, do you live or do you die? Vote now. We can only kill 2, which means whoever we don't kill, we spare. Does she live or does she die? Chat, you decide. Exclamation mark die or exclamation mark spare. The sooner you vote, the sooner we know. Kill the gun nut and the fraud CEO. We know that's a net positive. That's fair. Alright, well, she has been marked for death. And as I have marked her, peace goes up. Alright, next on the list is the recruiter of the pyramid scheme. We only have 1 more death that we can do, so does this woman live or does she die? We don't know what her effect is on the world, but That's where we're at. Get your vote in now. We're sparing the pyramid recruiter. I see. Well, she lives for another day. Next up is the defense contractor, who does sell weapons to anyone, but does also protect the forests of their homeland. This is where we're at, is that, wealth is down, as is nature, but here we go. Does he live or does he die? Vote to help me play the game. And with time having run out, we spare his life. Oh boy. He gets to live. Peace has gone down. Wealth has gone down. But nature has gotten pretty interesting. Alright. Yeah, I didn't click that. Next up, we have the fraud CEO. He bad. Does he live or die, chat? Vote now. Exclamation mark die or exclamation mark spare. I leave the choice up to all of you. Get your votes in quick. The state of the world will change once I've marked his sheet. Looks like he is set to die, and with that, everybody else will be spared. It looks like peace has recovered, but wealth has not. So, the poacher gets to live. I didn't click that. Stop it. As well as the photojournalist, they get to also live. So we have 2 for death and 4 for life. We've spared humans who seem to be helpful against the troubles. The state of the world is that everything is good except for wealth. That is our choices. We have made them. Were they the best choices? We don't know. But that was the end of our week. We have a conversation in our dressing room.
That wasn't so good, was it? It's okay. We can figure it out, make it work. Crisp and clear like the azure pond at the forest glade.
I'm just getting started. This time I got a plan.
Fate the clueless. You won't get waylaid again. The world trembles with the revolutions you will bring forth. It's very close, Grand Reaper. Be seeing you.
Huh. Interesting conversation. Alright. Fate, what do you think?
Welcome, Grim. It is the end of the week. Your performance review draws near. How do you think you have been doing?
I think I've managed to follow the rules for the most part.
Interesting. Yes. Your answer has been recorded for the psych eval. Now then, before the assessment, let us look over your daily conduct.
Okay.
I see the required profiles are all here. Excellent. This bodes well for the evaluation. I guess it is time to get started.
Do we want to ask about today, or are we ready for the eval? Chat, what do we think? What do we think? If you've got questions, now's the time to ask them. Let's go? All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Now, where did I put those papers? Ah, here we go. Right. Looking at these stats, the numbers say your conduct over the 7 days has been most excellent. I am, sincerely, surprised and pleased by your display of loyalty. So much so that the office has deemed you fit for a raise.
Thank you.
Oh, do not thank me, Grim. We are just getting started. Speaking of, the raise also comes with a prize. The office is proud to present you with an award of excellence. Display it proudly on your workstation.
Aw, fate likes us.
Do not let this cloud your judgment. You still have much to learn and many rules to follow.
So, has this been hard? Does it get easier? We haven't found this particularly to be hard. More rules? We're not really surprised about having rules. Piece of cake? That seems a little too eager. I like ice cream, I think is the most polite answer we have here.
What? I swear, there must have been something off in the Grim Brew. Nonetheless, as such, your 7-day evaluation period has concluded. You have passed.
We've passed evaluation! Yay!
That is all. Until tomorrow, Grim.
We got more monies! Nice. We can go to Cerberus's Den, but let's check out the Emporium first.
Need ye cures for ailments or a trinket to ward off a curse?
Ah, the Grim Cape. This dark cape is a classic attire for any grim deeds. It's pleasantly warm while offering protection against wind and rain, which you won't actually need as you'll always be stuck in the office. But we can afford it, so...
My, 'tis a true classic. See, me and me crew were sailing round the side polar terminus, freezing our nuts off. Blinding storms, icy blizzards. Them some ruthless times. Dog eat dog, they say. Or pirates eat pirates, more like. Got lucky to find a whole field of tundra cotton when we did. Made some cloaks to keep the bones warm. Much too warm nowadays, though. So you're more than welcome to it.
Alrighty then. Let's find out who's at the Cerberus's Den today. Gus is here.
Hey, pleased to see you again. Ain't much happening here today. It's a slow Sunday. Anything I can get you?
Do we want another drink, chat? Or are we good? We don't necessarily have to get the drink that we got before. I think there are options, but... Do we want to drink? It will cost us this time. Only the first one was free. Drink up? Okay.
Sure. What's your poison?
So we can get a gin and tariff, a Bloody Gary, a corpse reviver, the heat death of the universe iced coffee, milk please, or nothing thanks. We only have 300 to spend, by the way. What's our poison today, chat? What do we think? Maybe not a heat death. Gin and tariff? I mean, that is all of our money. But it's been a long evaluation week. We should treat ourselves, right? I'm gonna go with a gin and tariff.
For this, you really gotta distill the spirits well in order to achieve flawless flavor.
Let us, go by. The taste hits you with its indescribability. It has an eerie etherealness that blends with an exceedingly high net worth. Underlying the mixture, you sense an ambiguous Baroque scrutage. The whole